Okay, good morning students. Today we are going to see about the unit commitment problem. The statement of the problem is the previous problem I have taken the data. Only find out we are going to see about obtain the optimum unit commitment solution for the power demand of 800 megawatt. Okay. The statement is the previous problem what we have seen the same statement. What they are asking means in order to provide the 800 megawatt demand, how efficiently we can commit the units. Okay. So, commit means how efficiently we can use the individual units. Okay. So, that is the question. So, their data are same, the units that is 1, 2, 3 and respective loading limits, maximum and minimum limits and fuel cost parameters and the fuel cost. Okay. Fuel cost can be represented as Ki. So, based upon the previous results, the unit commitment we are having the 3 combinations 3, 1, 2 and then 3, 1 and then 3 and its respective minimum megawatt combinations as well as maximum megawatt combinations. Okay. So, here in order to provide 800 megawatt, which combination we can take? Okay. We have to see the maximum limits. Okay. So, the 800 megawatt is comes where means we can't take this 500 because it will provide unit 3 only provide 500. So, we can't take that unit. Okay. We can take these 2 combinations. Okay. That means 800 is coming under the 900 as well as 1200. So, the feasible solution for the 800 megawatt demand is unit 1 and 3 and unit 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, these are the 2 things we can provide that feasible solution of this problem. Okay. So, this is the feasible combinations operating or case 1 is 1 and 3 units and case 2 is 1, 2 and 3 units. Okay. So, case 1, so already we have studied in the economic dispatch problem. First one what we have to do? We have to do calculation of lambda. So, the lambda formula is what? That is PD plus summation of BI divided by 2AI and then divided by summation of 1 divided by 2AI. Actually, we have studied about I equal to 1 to n, but here I did not use y means we are not having the continuous numbers. Okay. So, here we are using 1 and 3. So, like that we have to represent it as PD plus B1 by 2A1 plus B3 divided by 2A3 divided by 1 divided by 2A1 plus 1 divided by 2A3. So, PD means what? The power demand. So, demand of this question is what? 800. So, I have substituted 800 and the remaining B1, B3, A1, A3 are we can take it from this tabular column of the question. Okay. So, I am substituted all those values. I have find out the lambda value as 12.057. So, next step is what? After finding the lambda value, we have to find the PG values. Okay. Here we are going to calculate PG1 and PG3. So, the PG1 we can calculate from lambda minus B1 divided by 2A1. So, we are getting it as 421.416. Okay. So, then what we have to do? We have to check the value of that generator maximum value, maximum limit. So, the generator maximum, generator first one PG1. So, generator 1 maximum limit is 400. Okay. But the value here we are getting it as 421.416. So, it exceeds the limit. So, then what we have to do? Fix the PG1 as the PG1 max. So, PG1 which is equal to PG1 max which is equal to 400 megawatt. Okay. Then we have to calculate PG2. So, already we have studied PD total demand which is equal to PG1 plus PG3. So, in order to get the PG3 value we are subtracting with demand. So, 800 minus 400 we are getting it as 400 megawatt as a PG3 value. Next what we have to do? How I am saying it as a, because we are having 2 combinations, 2 feasible solutions 1 and 3 and 1, 2, 3. How we can say which one is better means we have to find the fuel cost. Okay, so we have to substitute the values of this Pg3 as well as Pg1 in fuel cost function. So F1 which is equal to A1 Pg1 square, B1 Pg1 plus C1. So we have to substitute all the values. We are getting it as F1 which is equal to rupees 4360, that is 4360. Similarly, we have to calculate that fuel cost function, that is A1 Pg3 square plus B3 Pg3 plus C3. Okay, so these cost functions formations are seen in the economic dispatch problem, the derivation also. So kindly remember that, and we have to substitute all those values. So F3, that is instead of Pg3 we have to substitute for 400. So we can get the F3 as 4180. The total cost in order to provide that 800 megawatt is, we have to add those two fuel functions, and total function is as 8540. Okay, 8540. So for first case we have found out the fuel cost. Similarly, we have to find the second case. Second case is what? Second case is units 1, 2 and 3. Here also first step is we have to find the lambda value. So PD plus summation of Bi divided by 2Ai divided by summation of 1 divided by 2Ai. We have to substitute all those values. We can get the lambda as 11.02. Okay, so 11.02 we can get the answer. Next thing, we have to find the respective Pg1, Pg2, Pg3 values. The same formula we are going to use here. The only variation is we are varying the lambda value. So 11.02, the remaining values are same. So Pg1 we are getting it as 335. We have to check whether it is within the limit. So 400 is the maximum limit. So it is within the limit only. So next we can go for Pg2. So 151. We have to check the limit. So this is also within the limit only. Pg3 we are getting 314 megawatt. Okay. So all the three generators values are within the limits. Okay. Next we are going to find out the fuel cost function, that is F1. How I am writing directly means the formula is same. Instead of Pg1 we are going to substitute the Pg1 as a 335. Okay, so kindly work out, and I am getting the answer it as F1 which is equal to 3618.35, F2 which is equal to 1836.01, and F3 which is equal to rupees 3172.68. So the total fuel cost of 1, 2 and 3 which is 8627.04. Okay, so here we can judge, while we are comparing case 1 and 2, in order to provide 800 megawatt. Okay, case 1 we are getting as a 8540. Okay, in case 2 we are getting it as 8627. So while we are comparing these two, which one is best? The case 1 is the minimum value. Okay, minimum cost. So in order to provide the 800 megawatt, the first case is the best solution, feasible solution in order to provide the 800 megawatt by comparing with the fuel cost. Okay, so like that only we have to schedule the units with respect to the fuel cost. Okay, so this is about the one type of the unit commitment problem. So kindly practice these types of problems. Okay, thank you.